My internet business model: how to identify a market. If you want to make money online, then you must first have a solid business model to follow. There are many different ones to choose from, and most of them are great, but to avoid information overload, you must pick one and stick with it. In the rest of this article, I will give you some ideas of how to identify a market, which is the first step in my 6-step internet business model. Identifying a market should not be a huge task, but there are definitely a few things you should keep in mind. First of all, you want to make sure your market is targeted. Next, you want to make sure it is profitable. And lastly, you want to make sure it's scalable, meaning you have room to develop or sell multiple products. To make sure your market is targeted, you will want to take a general market and narrow it down. For example, instead of going into the basket weaving market, you may want to narrow it down into a more targeted group of potential buyers, such as underwater basket weaving. I have no idea if this is a profitable niche or not, but I just like the topic. When you do this, you will be able to speak directly to the underwater basket weavers of the world and potentially make more sales. The next thing to keep in mind is that your market must be a profitable one. If people are not already spending money in your potential market, then why would they start just because a new product came out? This can be done with a quick Google search. If you type in your market and do a search for it, see if there are any sponsored search results that turn up at the top or on the right side of the page. If so, then this means that people are spending money on advertising in this market, and it is probably a qualified market. Another good thing to do is use the Google keyword tool and see how many times per month people are searching for your subject. Lastly, you want to make sure your potential market is scalable. You don't want to get into a market if you are only going to be able to sell one product or service. You want to give yourself the opportunity to make more sales in the future and create repeat buyers. Now that you know some of the basics, here is one tip that I use to help me identify a new market for my internet business model. Visit dummies.com and see if there is a book written on the topic. I can promise you that if they spend the time and money writing a book on it, then it is a good market to get into. From what I have seen online, if you get into any submarket within the topics of sex, God, or money, you will do fine. There will always be people interested in all three of those topics.